Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, Part 2. Unfortunately, Julie and I are not able to film together this weekend. We were both very disappointed, but um, Thomas had his surgery, and Julie's been really busy with him and helping him with his recovery. He's doing well. It's just, it's stressful and all that other good stuff. So, and meanwhile, Al and I are heading across the state tomorrow morning because our oldest daughter is having surgery on Monday. So we're kind of split in several different directions, decided it would be just best if we recorded separately. So hopefully next week that will change. But in the meantime, I'm really excited about today's project. I've had this product. It really hadn't used it, pulled it out for our video this week. So I'm going to actually just flip to my desktop and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, we are in the annual catalog, and the product that I'm referring to is on pages 28 and 29. They're shown together, but they're not really designed specifically to coordinate together. It's Wrap It Up on pages 28 and 29. And we're going to look at the Poised Peony Stamp Set. It's a really cute little stamp set. I've been having fun with it. And then the other is the Frames and Flowers 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. That's a mouthful. All right. So I'm going to start pulling some of the product out so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's start with the Frames and Flowers paper. Now, I cut this in 6x6 because I think there's only one sheet of each. So let me get this out of the way for a minute. So here are the three designs that you get. And I just love it. I love the style of it. And just, I think there's a lot you can do with it. And these are the B-sides, if you will, of this paper. No, I'm not straight at all on here. Okay. Then to go with it, and I've got it on the cardboard because it's kind of falling apart. This first one, and there's one sheet of this. And these are some of the frames that you will see. Let me see if I can demonstrate here real quick. These make up really fast too. So if you are looking for product that can help you make a fast product, these are great. So this is the frame that you get. And I think they're all frames of some kind. And then there's two sheets. See how it's falling apart? Two sheets of some die cuts. And here's another little wreath frame. There's some, individual little flowers. I love these little daisy things. That's kind of my jam anyway. So there's a lot of these too. So and this doesn't have a coordinating stamp set, but I think the Poised Peony really does fit that bill. All right, let's take a peek at the stamp set. I'm going to get some of these out because I'm going to use them. So here is the Poised Peony Stamp Set. It is a set of 6. So we have 3 peonies in different sizes, and we have In My Thoughts, Hello, and Best Birthday Wishes with this kind of cute little font. So very easy. It's a cling stamp set. It just real sweet. Now, as you all know, those of you who've been watching, I'm not a gardener, and I would never pretend to be. I had to look up to see what color peonies are. And why am I looking here kind of funky here? I think it's my camera. Oh, well, I will try to adjust. All right. So let me bring out my product that I'm going to use. So I have a piece of Pretty Peacock, and it's 4 1/4 by 11. And I've scored it at 1 1/4. I don't know if you can see my score line, 1 1/4 and 5 1/2. And then I took some basic white and I die cut out, and again, I took a 4 1/4 by 11 sheet, and from that, I die cut 2 of these white Spotlight on Nature dies. These are the largest ones, and I chose the ones with the little, I don't know, fleur-de-lis pattern, I guess. So I'm going to take this off here and this off here. Then I took a couple pieces of the Designer Series paper, 1 1/4, I'm sorry, 1 inch by 4 1/4, and I die cut, or I cut 2 of them. And then I have another piece that I used out of that same 4 1/4 by 11, a 1 1/2 by 1 3/4 inch piece of basic white for the greeting. All right. Let me get out some inks here. And I've got some blends and some Wink of Stella. And I'm using some ribbon, and this comes in a 2-pack of Pretty in Pink and white diagonally striped ribbon, and so you get a pack of each. So I'm going to use some white on there. And I'm also going to use some Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foiled gems, because I thought they coordinated really well with it. All right, so we're going to put that up there. And now I'm going to get started. So I'm going to take one of my, well, actually, I'm going to take both of them. And on one of these, I'm going to take my Lost Lagoon and ink. I'm going to put this, oh, maybe kind of off to the left a wee bit, but not really much. And I'm going to then take my little guy, and I'm going to put him off on this corner. All right. And I'm going to close this up because I think I'm done. And I actually went ahead and stamped in Calypso Coral my greeting of best birthday wishes. So I'm going to set that up there. Now I'm going to do some coloring on here, and I'm going to take my light. Well, actually, I'm going to start with my light Lost Lagoon. And I am going to color in the leaves. And I'm going to let my Lost Lagoon ink pad serve as my darker to add the shading of the leaves. And I find it's not so bad when you're using Lost Lagoon with Lost Lagoon, but when I color the petals of the peony, I'm going to be careful and not just use like the large brush end and just go over the whole flower at once. Because this is a water-based ink, the Lost Lagoon is, and I don't want it to get muddy. So if you cross some of the lines, it might kind of skew your color. So question for everybody as we're getting, oh man, what is it, 11 days? I don't even think I said the date. So my apologies. It is the 15th of December. Can you believe that? 10 days before Christmas. So speaking of which, leave a comment. Are y'all ready for Christmas? Who's still getting ready like me? So let me raise my hand. Me. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I still have to get Christmas cards out. That's my next project. And I have Christmas wrapping to do, but I can do that when we get back from bringing our daughter home. All right. So let's bring out a light petal pink. And I want the bullet end. And I'll start with this guy. So it may be hard to see on camera, but I'm trying to be very careful about not going between the petals lines. So I'm going to set this aside now because this is done and bring out our big guy. And again, I'm going to stick with the bullet end just because, as I mentioned, I want to just color each petal individually. Now, if I was just using this color I stamped in the Memento ink, I would probably just, for expediency's sake, just bring out the brush tip and color it in with that, but trying to be a little careful. And I think I'm going to come back in with the dark and add a little shading around the edges of the petals, just for some interest and dimension. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Bring out the bullet end of the dark. I don't think I need to do a lot of intricate. So I'm just kind of working quickly around the edges of the petals. There we go. All right. That works for me. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. Just kind of go over it very quickly. And I know it's always hard to see on camera. But it does add a really pretty shimmer to the flower. Okay. And that takes care of that. All right. So while that Wink of Stella is drying, I'm going to work on this piece. And as I mentioned, I scored it at, what did I say, 1 1/4? I did say 1 1/4. All right. Give it some nice creasing. And then I'm going to fold this one back like so. All right. So these 2 strips I'm going to place in here and on here. It almost looks a little too big. I may have to do a little trimming. So let me find my seal, which seems to have grown legs and walked away. Leave a little border. And there. I love the colors in this paper. They're so soft and they're kind of my colors, if you will. And I'm sure you've noticed I'm wearing a pink sweater today because it's third Sunday of Advent. It's Gaudete Sunday. And so the liturgical color in the Catholic Church is pink. All right. So now this is going to be our inside piece. And I know it's not the traditional rectangular square, but I really thought, oh, wouldn't it be kind of fun just to do something a little bit different? And there's still some room to write your note. So I'm going to kind of come over to where this fold is, just to avoid this being, showing when you close the card, like so. Now, You could glue this down. As a matter of fact, why don't we? I don't think I did on my sample, but we'll just slap that down like so. All right. So now this guy is going to go here. And I'm going to kind of overlap it onto here. Do I want to overlap it here? No, I'm going to overlap it over here. And put this on with dimensionals. So let me get those out. Oh, okay. Your buddy wants to join you. I was looking for something different to do with this, and really everything I kind of came up with was like, yeah, nah, nah. And then, then I pulled out my spotlight on nature dyes, and the rest is history. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy right here, like so. And now I'm going to bring out our greeting. And so I'm going to, because I don't want to glue the card down, I'm going to put this over here, like, and I'm just going to put this on with dimensionals over here on this side. Well, actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here so that I don't mess up. Because, gee, I've never done that before. Oh. Oh. All right. So let's just put this guy right. Go down just a wee bit, like so. All right. Next, let's tie our bow. Boy, oh boy, I need to restock that basket. My glue dots also walked. Ooh, I just had a thought. Do I want a white bow? Or do I want, I had some of these tied up from previous work I was doing. And this came untied as I was grabbing it. So we will just simply retie it. Oh, now Susan can. I have white on my sample. So I'm going to do a this or that with you. So I think I'm going to put this color on like so. Let me trim this edge. Which is starting to fray. Yeah, a little bit more. All right, let's put on that with a couple glue dots. I probably don't need two glue dots, but I don't know. Okay. So there's that. And then we just need some embellishments on here. Again, these are the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foiled adhesive dots. And on my sample, I used the Peacock. And do I want that or do I want this? Ooh, tough call. I'm going to go with the Peacock. You may have a different thought, so share your thoughts with me on that. So here is my finished project. I think we're kind of doing okay here with this inside. And here is my sample. So I used a white bow, and I did not glue this flap down. So tell me which one you like better. Do you like the petal pink bow or the white bow? And I'll let Julie decide once she sees this video. Okay. Let me show you just a couple of samples that I made using this. Let me get some of this out of the way. The first one, I cased a layout from page 22 of the annual catalog where they have all the sketch layouts. So I used one of the die cuts and a couple, and this is actually, these little flowers are the back side of this piece. And I used some of the petal pink foil dots. Could I have stretched that out any longer? Here's the other one. I used one of the frames and stamped the medium-sized peony on a piece of basic white and colored it with Lost Lagoon and the pretty in pink, and put the frame up on dimensionals. So those are my samples. And we'll flip my camera around to take one more peek at my project. Grab it. So here it is with the white bow. And here it is with the pink bow. I kind of like the pink, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Let me know what you think. I hope you're all getting ready for Christmas. We're getting there. That's all I can say here is that we're getting there. We will be ready. We always are. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead and that it's not too crazy busy with getting ready for Christmas and the holidays. And if you're traveling, safe travels, everybody, please be safe. I don't know if we'll have a white Christmas here or not. We have a little dusting of snow on the ground, but that's just about it for now. We don't get a whole lot of snow in this neck of the woods. The other side of the state, off of Lake Michigan, gets a ton of snow. So I don't know what we're going to be in for when we get there tomorrow or later today, actually. As you're watching this, we're watching the kickoff of the Lions game. So go Lions! Have a great week, everybody. And until next Sunday, Stamping with Susan and Julie, have a great week. If you have to go back and watch Julie's video, there'll be a link, as always. Thank you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.